And good morning, everybody. It's time now for Putnam County Today here on 94.3 WREB from the Putnam County Foundation. Phylls Rokicki joins us. In fact, today is Putnam County Foundation Day here on Putnam County Today. So we're going to learn a little bit about the foundation. Phyllis, let's talk to you a little bit about the history of the foundation, kind of where you guys have been and how it's going.
The Putnam County Community Foundation was established in 1985 by a group of local visionaries who decided that if we could put a sum of money aside in endowments, then the interest from that money would benefit nonprofits and the community forever. And so that's what they did. Today, our assets are $25 million.
Which you guys have done really well over the last few years.
I think they have done very well. The Putnam County Community Foundation hires an investment firm. For many years now, they have used Oxford Investments out of Indianapolis.
Okay.
And this company, along with our board of directors and our finance committee, oversees and recommends where the money is invested.
Okay.
And over the period of time since the foundation began, our average return has been 10%.
Wow, which is pretty good.
It's very, very good because we all remember 2008 and how everything dropped out.
Right.
But overall, it averages out to almost 10% a year. And that's pretty good.
That is, especially in the tough economic times like you talked about in 2008, but really in general, I mean, you can't go to a local bank and invest that money and get that kind of return on it.
That's correct.
Well, Phyllis, tell us a little bit about, the board members, what kind of background do they have and stuff like that?
Our board members come from all geographical locations of the county. The foundation is very careful to put people that represent all parts of the county. They are, for the most part, professional people, but they're good people. Right. And have a desire to do what's best for Putnam County and to see the foundation grow.
And I've noticed over the last few years, especially the different nonprofits in the county that actually benefit from an endowment with the foundation. And that's really great to see in a community. When money is tight for nonprofits.
Yes, it's probably going to be many years before, or nonprofits probably will never have all the money that they would like to have to do good in the community. And so these endowments certainly provide a little extra money to help them along the way, along with all the many grants that the Community Foundation gives out. You guys also help college students with some scholarships too. Yes, a big part of our program is scholarships.
And that, with one of my children in college right now, that's a huge help for parents, because college has gotten just extremely expensive over the last few years. So, it's always nice to see something in the community that benefits from the foundation because, that money's generated here, right? The foundation's money actually gets generated from Putnam County people?
Yes. Of course, we accept donations from many people, all of them out of state. But primarily, yes, it's Putnam County. And the thing is, all monies that are distributed through the Putnam County Foundation do remain here in the county to help the county.
And that's a big plus.
Yes.
Well, we're going to step aside here a second and bring Ken Eitel in. Ken's going to give us, kind of where you're going in the future. And anything else you would like to add, Phyllis?
No, other than I think that the Community Foundation is one of the sleeping beauties of Putnam County. It has distributed $10 million over its history back to Putnam County. And it's a wonderful asset for this county.
And the nice thing is, when you distribute the money, that's the interest you earn. You're not ever touching that main principal.
That's exactly right.
So, all right, Phyllis, we're going to let you scoot out of here and get Ken Eitel in here. And with us right now, Ken Eitel, again with the Putnam County Foundation. And Ken, I want to talk to you a little bit about the future of the foundation. Where do you guys see yourselves in the next 10, 20 years?
John, we're beginning the process of entering into some strategic planning. We're looking at how we can continue to sustain the things that Phyllis talked about and how we can bring those into the future. We're focused on communicating an awareness to Putnam County of the benefits that participate with the foundation in not just the donor side, but as well as grants and scholarships will continue to benefit into the future. And we want to talk about that.
Okay.
Phyllis talked about being a sleeping beauty.
Right.
And so we need to kind of get our story out, and that's one of the strategic directions that we want to take.
And the foundation, the amount of time I've been in the county, you've just grown by leaps and bounds pretty much over the past few years especially.
Well, Phyllis talked about some of the numbers, but behind every one of those numbers there's people.
Right.
And for me, that's one of the reasons I'm involved in the foundation. Was involved 30 years ago. I'm involved again because it's a wonderful place to encourage organizations, which in turn reach people, which make a big difference.
Now, as far as endowments go for the different agencies, is it up to like the nonprofit to call you and take some of their money to start the endowment, or do they go get donations to start those endowments?
Well, there's a number. Both of those can happen.
Okay.
As well as you can have an individual who has a certain cause that they care about, that they're passionate about, and there's an organization that serves that cause and reaches the community in the way they'd like. And so they can either set an endowment up to benefit that organization. They can donate directly to an existing endowment for that organization. And one of the things that I think we'd like to do as we move into the future is to make sure we can pair organizations that have an interest in a certain area with a donor who also has that passion, and kind of partner those people up. And that's one of the things in the future. While people come to us, we also want to reach out and let people know we're here, and encourage them and show them the benefits of being able to provide a legacy for an organization.
And that brings us to the next point. Where do people, can they go to a website and get information about the foundation, or do you have a number they can call?
Well, there is a website, pcfoundation.org, which has a lot of information on it about the different endowments and the things that we're doing currently. More information and details, Elaine Peck, who is the executive director, can be reached at the foundation office, which I think is 653-4978. Might want to check that, but I think if I remember correctly, that's right. And then there's a number of people who are on the board. And one of the future goals is to let the community know who these individuals are. So that when you're just with them in the community, if they want to talk about this, just one-on-one, they can do that as well.
And the nice thing is, like Phyllis mentioned, not only does it benefit the nonprofits who, their budgets get cut every year, but kids with scholarship money with college, and you guys have several ways for people to help out with that too, right?
As far as scholarships, well, you can do it traditionally, set up a scholarship. You of course can donate to an existing scholarship, which there's many. All the alumni associations, Greencastle, Cloverdale, North Putnam, Bainbridge. There's even some smaller schools, Fillmore, that no longer are in existence, that have scholarships. So the list is very long. So you can donate to that. You can set your own scholarship up. More recently, we're seeing individuals who will set up an endowment, and the earnings off that endowment will benefit an organization like Dollars for Scholars, which is very active in the Cloverdale area, and I think is some of the other alumni associations are looking at that as well to manage their scholarship dollars.
Now, one thing about the foundation, if you had like one sentence to get out, what would that be? What would that message be about the foundation?
Well, I think it's a place where you can put the blessings that you've had, the financial wealth, as well as participate with us and reach out and just help others. That would be the first thing. The second thing, if you're an organization, we would like to broaden our base of organizations that are looking to get dollars from the community the Community Grants Fund, which is an unrestricted endowment,
Okay.
which currently is benefiting from the Lilly 6 initiative, which any dollars granted or donated to the Lilly Match Program will be matched dollar for dollar.
Okay.
So if you have $1, we'll have $2 that we can then use the earnings to grant back. So it's really a lot of different ways in which you can leave a legacy.
And I think that's the main thing, you know, so many of us, you know, you leave it to the kids, there might be some issues there and everything. This is a way you can help a lot of people with just yourself, right?
Well, and I think I want to point out that this is just not large donations. I mean, you know, $50, $100, you know, you can be philanthropic and don't necessarily have to give thousands of dollars. But on the other side, you can also be philanthropic with your time. You know, there's not only your treasure, but there's your time.
Right.
And you can give time to a committee in the foundation, or you can give time to one of the nonprofits.
All right. And everything they need to find out about the foundation's on the website, right?
You get all the contact information, a lot of the different programs, at least the highlights. But some of the programs can be fairly detailed, and that's where Elaine comes in.
All right. Well, sounds great. We wish you guys continued success. You do such a great job here in the community.
Thank
And
you.
I tell you what, sometimes it's a thankless job, but it's one you guys do really well. And you've done really well for several years. So,
Well,
you know, a big thank you to all of you that participate, because I know it takes more than one or two people.
But we all appreciate what you all do here at WREB, and the community it's a unique community.
It is, and it's one of the best ones in the state of Indiana, right?
I would agree.
All right. Ken, thank you so much. We
Uh-huh.
appreciate having you and Phyllis in today. And of course, we look forward to staying updated on the different things you guys have got coming
Okay.
up. So don't forget, if you're a nonprofit group or community organization, you'd like some free airtime here on WREB, you too can be a part of Putnam County Today. Just give us a call at 653-9717.